This video chart presentation of American Install Technology. This is a NASDAQ listed stock trading our ticker AXTI. Going to wrap the week up with a low float play. Thinly traded, only about 63,000 shares traded on Thursday. Stock closed up a little bit less than 1%, or 2 cents at 237. I just like the look of this quick little double bottom. Nice rounded look to both sides of it. Pretty consistent support right around $2.28. It's a tight area for a stop loss. The stock closing at 237. But I like the upside potential. I'll come back and draw a channel on here. It's a downward channel, but the stock comes off the bottom and comes up and challenges the upper side of that channel again. It can yield some pretty nice gains just to make it to that level. Now we are seeing the MACD moving back towards zero. One thing I'll be looking for is for the MACD to try and push through zero. There's two different views there. One, the MACD moving above zero is a sign of a bullish trend shift. And two, you can see it'll be breaking this downward channel that it's in. So two pretty important components of the MACD right there coming at it. Coming off a PPO ADX pinch, PPO moving towards zero. ADX has come down, showing that the direction is losing some strength. Money flow index. All three components just tucked right there around 50. That's a pretty neutral reading, but generally speaking, trying to move upward, which shows people are paying higher prices for the stock. Even with the price per share falling off like it has, you see the accumulation distribution is channeling relatively sideways, telling me there's not a huge amount of selling pressure in the play. Jake and money flow also reinforces the idea of not a great deal of selling, registering right near zero. Tells me at over 20 periods, buying and selling pressure is essentially equal. And you can see the CCI making higher lows over the last month or so. Right now at 20, that's still a pretty neutral reading. Tells me that the price per share is right about its 20-day mean. Full stows rotated, still down below 50. That's a bearish condition, but the rotation and cross indicates there could be some bullish momentum starting to build. Tricks, it's a very slow moving gauge of trend, but it is moving upward, and similar to the MACD, be looking for a downward trend to be broken. RSIs, trying to trend upward, coming right up on that key mark, try and push through 50, show that the bulls have taken control of the momentum. I'm going to go ahead and put this bottom support right here, it'll be 27 cents, 28 cents, it actually runs right up to about 229. Stock hasn't closed below that price, we'll just call that a general area right through there. That's the double bottom point. Absolutely imperative that that stays intact. Stock falls down, breaks through that point. You can see there's no more support in sight. For me, it'd be simply walk away from it because the double bottom pattern is broken. Now to the upside, see a little bit of resistance certainly coming in right through there, about 245. See the 50-day moving average is coming down. It's at 246. The 50-day always serves as a dynamic source of resistance. So that's going to reinforce that. That'll be a pretty tough point right there. But if it makes it through that, I don't really see more coming in from a static resistance point until up in this area around 275. A general area of support and resistance. 200-day moving average is there, but of course it's dynamic. It's going to continue downward. And you can see how hard it is for a stock many times to move through and hold above that 200-day. So that'll be a key point, but that's down the road. Right now it has to break through this 245 in the 50-day. And a line that I'll be looking at through here is you can see the overall channel of lower highs and lower lows. And how people would draw that different ways. Draw it from that top point through that point. Some people draw it from the closing prices, which would put it right through there. Generally speaking, you see that trend line right around 265 or so. Now from the closing price on Thursday at 237, that's an upside of a little bit more than 10%, which that's nothing to complain about for short-term gains. But overall, I'd be looking to see if this is a general reversal of the chart, because even if it goes up through here, makes a high, comes back down, makes a new higher low, then breaks the trend line, that would be the overall reversal that I'd be looking for. By that time, the indicator should be in much more bullish positions. And if that trend line's broken, that's a pretty significant advancement for this chart to try and put together an overall reversal. And then I'd be looking for some resistance levels, right in through that $2.95, $3 mark, up to $3.10. It's going to establish itself and define itself a little bit more if it does make a climb, and the chart would start to define where it's going to be difficult points for it, and then end up tying back in with these. But for right now, stay near-term focus. This is a pretty nice look to a quick little double bottom. Good support for a stop loss. So we'll just keep an eye on this going forward and see how it performs. As always, merely my interpretation of the AXTI chart. Thank you for watching. Trade smart.